welcome to this video playing a 15-minute game against Bode Magico. Okay, the Queen's Gambit, I guess. Let's see. I could play the Catalan for a change. Yeah, why not? That's also a very respectable opening. Knight c6. Yeah, this looks weird, but actually it is not so bad. Black can take on c4 in the next move, and it transposes to a very well respected position. Okay, it's playing rather quickly here. What is going on after this? Let me try to remember. It's castles or queen a4, I believe. Queen a4. Queen a4 looks like it's more reliable to get the pawn back. Okay. Knight d5 is the theoretical move. Takes and then a3. I don't know. Oh wow. I'm not remembering any of that. There's also queen b5 sometimes. Is this the position where there is queen b5? I think it is. There's also the move
check
a3, I think. Okay, so no. Now if I take, he can play c3, right? For the win of a pawn. Yeah, okay, not much of a choice. Okay, so he's not playing c3. That's quite good news. I didn't really want to sacrifice a pawn here, but it seemed like he could have forced that. Okay, if I go knight c4 here, my queen looks a bit awkward. Like a6 b5 or no, but it's not really doing much. I think I can do that. A move like bishop d7, I can just go back to b3. He could play knight b6 maybe. This might be a move. Attacking d4 and trying to exchange. Okay. So maybe really b5, yeah. Okay, I'm going to castle here. And now he's retreating. Yeah, I thought that I have rook d1 here. Maybe he's got queen d5 on rook d1. Now that could be a good move. I don't really want to take. AB is strengthening black's structure a bit. Okay. Yeah, queen d5 is really a bit annoying. I don't want to trade here. Like rook d1, queen d5, queen takes d5, e d5. This looks very solid for black. Yeah, that's not too great actually. Yeah, I didn't see a big alternative. On e3 there's also queen d5. Okay, as it happens so often, he's playing something entirely different quickly. Okay, I probably need to move out of this bishop d7 here. Yeah, well, this is now very comfortable. This is just kind of a model position for the Catalan. where the bishop on g2 is just so much stronger than the bishop on d7. Okay, he probably wants to play c5 at some stage. Maybe now he can play e5. Okay, didn't do anything like that. e5. Yes, e5 I can take actually. Okay, this is important. I can take it. Let's strengthen the structure a bit. How do I actually make some substantial progress here? Knight e1, d3, c5. This would be quite nice, but on knight e1 he maybe has e5, and I don't want that really. I could play b4, but it's not really doing much besides weakening the structure. Yeah, this controls e5 and a5. Just an all-around strengthening move and preparing knight e1. Still knight e1, e5. Okay, let's see what he's doing. I mean, sometimes your own problems with finding a plan are solved by the opponent choosing some strange stuff, and then you can react to that. Okay, this is not particularly strange. Bishop e8 makes lots of sense. Okay, I'll play this now. If he goes e5, I'm not quite sure what I do. Maybe d5. It should still preserve some sort of edge, but okay, he's not going for it. Knight d3, bishop b5, maybe. Maybe. Okay, but this didn't really help him in a way. Oh, this I completely forgot about, to be honest. Yeah, and it's a perfectly logical way to play. Wow, okay. It's clear that I don't really want to trade, so e4 is like normal. But knight b5 is a very annoying move against that. Yeah, okay. No choice, I cannot trade everything off here. It still should be a comfortable position for white. Wait just quickly. Yeah, but knight takes is better. Okay, there are ideas still with d5, of course. And okay, I've got space. This is always nice. Okay, yeah, well, knight a6 is not helping me much. Takes on a6, rook c6, there's rook b2. I better keep all this covered. Like e4, I can move the bishop now. The position is still not easy for him due to this strong knight on c5. Yeah, okay, so I play a4. Do I do that, or just maybe is he intending to play b6? Maybe. Yeah, well, he can play b6, but I go to d3 and still keep a very nice position. The c pawn is weak. It's just a transformation of weaknesses. I thought I can just take. Can I not? I mean, d6 hangs. Okay. If this was a possible move, of course, then my earlier play wouldn't make any sort of sense. So c6 now. Yes, I need to. Let's keep this. Okay, so how to play that? Bishop h3 is a good move. Yeah. So that you always have bishop d7, very very reliably covering the c6 pawn. Yeah, I think f4. Is there something? No, we cannot take. Okay. My idea was to give the exchange now, which is kind of a keep it simple approach almost, because the knight is always so annoying. But maybe just with the king e3, yeah, I can do that. He can play rook d8, yeah, exactly, threatening now to take on d7, but I thought that maybe not actually. I thought rook 1 c3 would be good, keeping it covered, but he's got knight b5 after that. No way, I've got bishop e6 check. Okay. Okay, a4. a4 to prevent this and improve the position further. I don't really see a move. We cannot move the knight anywhere. And this setup here, bishop on d7, rook on c3, is completely paralyzing his rooks. Yeah, so now, grabbing now on d4, or how is the most precise way to do it? I'd like to do it in a way that it limits his counterplay as much as possible. I'm thinking maybe here and take twice with the rook. This is actually quite good. Yeah, take twice with the rook and then put the rook on d5. This is completely paralyzing black, and then I can invade with the king. Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Check.
Rook d5, and then I'm invading king to b5. That is not defensible. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Go h4. Well, not really. It's not helping h4. I can win this little tempo here on h5. h3, rook h4. I mean, it's not really a threat, but better to prevent absolutely everything. And now the king goes over. So let's see. This is almost a Zugzwang. When I set this up, I was thinking that bishop f5, rook d7 could be enough, but I'm not so sure. I should probably, I can gain even more space here. black cannot really do anything. Maybe takes rook h5 or g6 rook h5. Yeah, it's both nice. I think this is better, that I can actually enter with the rook. Yeah, he can go to c7. But is it help? If I go e5 actually, e5, and then rook on the, yeah, this is quite strong. Huh? Takes, I can go to d5 maybe.
Check.
Yeah, but okay, this should be okay.
Check.
Yeah, and then on to the 7th, and this pawn is also moving. Take here, yeah, this is easy, and now rook c4 and c7.
Check. Check.
Yeah, it was a bit too much already. Just not a stalemate. After the capture bishop takes, he can go to h7.
Black resigns.
Yeah, this was still. I mean, what I really did barely is I just overlooked this bishop c6 idea, which I really should have considered. It wasn't a big problem, but it's a move that you simply need to consider and have an idea against. I mean, this was okay. It keeps something for white. I'm still having this center and the knight on c5, but it wasn't really a planned operation. Yeah, I mean, I'm always keeping some sort of advantage. But here, this c5 was just yeah, this was just flat losing. And there were probably even better ways to play, but I like the exchange sacrifice idea. It keeps black's counterplay to absolutely 0. This was not possible. I mean, it actually was possible, now that I think of it. I was always thinking about this, but of course I can take, and this is probably also quite winning. Well, I control the important squares with my king, and I have this invasion idea. But I think this was more precise. Just take every possible counterplay away.
Check.
And here he has no option anymore to give the exchange back. Just it's just like he cannot move anything.
Check.
Yeah, and here I'm just invading, and I have this 2 against 1 in addition, so black will have no chance to defend this. Yeah, it really, the problems really started. I don't know the theory here, but here bishop d7, this queen d5 is what he needs to do. It's pretty clear that this is the move he should play, and it's quite typical that I didn't see the best reply. The computer points out immediately knight a3, which is just the best move. It looks a bit counterintuitive to put the knight back here on a3 on the edge, but it's just better than taking. I mean, the only other move is taking. And this is now perfectly fine for black, because the pawn on d5 let's say after this, is perfectly blocking this bishop, and this bishop has a role now on e6. Black can try to also regroup the knight, play c6, and this type of Carlsbad structure is no problem at all with the bishop on g2, so Black has an easy equality. This means this is the move that I must play, and I doubt that I would have seen it. It looks a bit strange, but once you see it, it becomes obvious that it is the best move. Black cannot take. Yeah, it's just terrible. I mean, you can defend with knight a8, but how does this look? He probably plays something like that, and then you can retreat the queen, and actually can try to play against the queen on d5, which is also a bit in the way of this bishop. So, okay, this was an important point, knight a3. Well, the way it went down when I was able to get this type of position, it's very one-sided, because this bishop is just so much better combined with the central dominance that Black has a hard time to equalize. All right, thanks for watching.